Hey guys, Adam here playing some Disc Golf Valley multiplayer. Let's get into it. Starting off with Pioneer Bay. My brightness is getting low here. Let's get this close. At least we're in the open. And now, tricky wind here. Do we go up the middle? Or do we go up the left side with a skip? It's a tough decision. Or do we go up the middle with a skip? That's the play. Take my time here. Right there. That's the one. That'll do it. I need a little bit more distance, so the skip was necessary. Light glide paradigm, I don't think it would have done the same. But now, we're going to need that light glide paradigm, I think. Yep. Oh man, what a save. Alright, this headwind putt's gonna lift. Need to make sure to drop the aim. Power down. Right there. Perfect. That was a mental challenge, that whole route I took there. I'm glad I could stay in the prison on that hole instead of getting upset with the fact that I wasn't as close as I'd like. All right. This drive is perfect. It's going to hit the stairs. Not quite, but... Okay, and we're a little bit right. So make sure to go really high with it. Power down. Plays about 10 uphill. Well, this is about 7 uphill. So this is what, 32, like both there then. Right there. A little bit too much juice. That's okay. I'll take it. Birdie's good. All right. Par 3 coming up here. This wind, hey? Go glide water skip here with this wind. Perfect. I don't need to park it, just need to get within range. I'm very confident with my putting. Right there, that'll be right perfect. That's something I need to work on is, I think I like to just run it all the time or try to park it. But, I mean, really, all you need to do is be within range and that's good enough. If you just keep giving yourself looks, that's the most important thing. And this is perfect as well. Wait for the drop. Perfect. All right, there's a couple ways I can play this. Up the left, around. I think I'm gonna go up the right with the hyzer. Just play the most open gap, highest percentage. That's the goal. Playing the percentages there. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm really trying to concentrate here, but yeah, that's Icky Guy so far. I also want to just try to talk through my shots more as I play so you can get a better idea of what I'm thinking as well. So I want to try to do that better, so that you can kind of get maybe almost a glimpse into my brain instead of me just playing quietly. So looks like Greg is running that. Oh, don't tell me he leaked over the wall. not the most unlucky kick ever, if that's the case. Yeah, he was through the wall. Shoot. All right, next one, par 3. This here is a forehand paradigm. Perfect. No doubt there. Skip is too hairy with these slopes and everything. Yeah, I just recently started bagging the Like Glide paradigm. I was doubting it at first, but at the end of the day, it's like a Like Glide Captain, but less touchy, which I like. Okay, now we're up by 1. I'm going to play the safe ace line, or safe eagle line, instead of the aggressive eagle line. The aggressive line is what P or Greg is doing. Greg does the wall skip, which is what I do, but it cannot always work. This way, it's pretty much a birdie no matter what, but it gives me the chance at eagle with this turnover. And I've gotten pretty good at that turnover. And that's a decent skip and a scoot. And am I in the clear? Hopefully I'm not stymied behind this tree. And it doesn't matter though, I'll make it anyways. Okay. Is what it is. The important thing is birdie was guaranteed with that line. So the worst that happens is that P catches us, which is what happened. So hey, I have no complaints there. I'm trying to play some smart golf here. This hole is interesting. This was my play with the captain. I feel like with the paradigm, you need to go half a disc. I think that's the adjustment I made. I want to overturn this if anything though, so. And that's just perfect. Yeah, good thing I put a little extra turn on. Just play it safe to the right if you miss. P got the birdie, which means that we're making stroke if we run this. Can't be thinking about that. I got to think about the shot, not about what's going to happen. Stay in the present. Stay in the present. There. Yeah, my mind was wandering there, so I need to focus on not what's going to happen if I make it, but more on just making the shot at hand. Staying in the present. 3 wind. Interesting wind. Took my time on that one. Really didn't want to go in the water. Wind. I got to power down here. What's the play? Glide water skip? Glide roll. Glide roll is the play. Don't need the distance. I'm not going for eagle here. I'm just going for birdie. We're close enough to run eagle now, if we want to. P is way down there, so don't need to worry. I'm going to putt this because of the wind. I feel more confident in my putt. Bang. And it's downhill. That's the other thing why I wanted to putt that. Wind and downhill, that berg is a laser beam on the putt. Poor Greg here hit the... Oh, Greg didn't hit the water a bunch. That was P. Yeah. I disked down on my second because I didn't want to bring the edges of the fairway into play. Looks like Greg saved his birdie. It's a nice one there. And now we got this hole. Not the intended line, but it's fine. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you next time. Actually, I'm going to do a quick bag check on myself. Show you what's in my bag. All right, so for the putters, I bag the Keystone and the Berg. This is my main throw-in disc for, it depends. So I actually use this Keystone in tandem with the Fuse for my shorter throw-ins, depending on the situation. So Keystone is shorter throw-ins, full send backhands, full send forehands, right to left wins. Fuse is and so I'll use this like maybe up to like 22, 25, and then for the full send forehands, I'll maybe go 35, 38, 35 to 52 is my full send range. Just adjust height and forehand or backhand. But it depends. You know, if I'm going uphill, for sure. If I'm going downhill, I might use, I just might power down on this, or I might use this. It really just depends on the situation, what's calling for. And if it's a heavy left to right, like a 3 or left to right wind direct, and you're like 20 meters or something, I'll use the Berg to throw in. But that's not common. Yeah, for my mid-ranges, I go wind, a double windbreak mid. I just like having the variance. The MD1 is great full send mid for throw-ins. It is probably the most consistent full send mid in the game. I like it much better than the Claymore. Claymore has too much side-to-side action for my liking. And then for fairways, I got the Roll Instinct, which is the same as the Roll Explorer, I believe. And then I have the Roll Raptor from the Yuli tournament. I love that Roll Raptor. It is so good. My main slots, I have the Roll Sampo, and then I have the Glide Sapphire, and then I used to use the Glide or the Skip Avenger, which I loved, and I still love the Flight of the Skip Avenger the best, but it's not as consistent, and it's kind of more squirrely depending on what happens, and more touchy. And the Skip Sampo that thing just goes where you want it to. It is very accurate, and so I prefer accuracy over an ideal flight if you hit it just right. Glide Roll Cloudbreaker, personal choice. A lot of people bag the Glide Roll Rive. I like this. It has a little bit more variance, especially with the Glide Roll Rive and the Glide Water Skip Rive. There's so much overlap. I like having a little bit more distinction in my roll attribute disc, just because then it's more utility than copycatting discs with different attributes. It gives me a different flight. It acts kind of like a Glide Sapphire that goes longer, which is also nice to know. Then I was bagging the Light Glide Captain for the longest time, but I recently swapped it out for the Light Glide Paradigm, which has been doing good for me. It's been a great adjustment, less touchy, as I said in the video earlier. And then I go two skip drivers. I go Skip Captain and I go Skip Rive as well. So yeah, that's the bag. Thoroughly enjoying this bag right now. I have no complaints with it. The only thing I lost when switching to the Sampo was I lost like the ace run on Keho Park's, I think it's like Keho Park 5. I also missed Downtown 2 now. But everything else I think I still get. All the other ace runs I had before I have, except for maybe, I don't have the line dialed yet for Blueberry 8, but I'm sure Sampo could do Blueberry 8 as well. Or Blueberry 9, I mean. No, it's Blueberry 8. Yeah, it's that uphill one. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you later.